And they say, your focus, they say, well, who spend? Eti ni kuru di ni maame. Me boa. Eti who spend? Oh, who spend? No, nti den no person oye. You see, the reaction, they be again said, my action after an evidence, will it satisfy what I'm looking for? Anna?
But at least they may save you from a lot of future embarrassment.
Like, Obi did mamia. What they you know? Then now, what happens to you?
Someone go back to send me put in my
head. To say mommy, Dino. I'm not saying to say me, man.
Be anywhere hiding forever.
Oh, now plan and hide it forever.
They
are in the and go for with secret MP.
Obi,
Ose. Oh, ambassador Refi. This is what she Jimmy. This is what she Jimmy. Because Obi only MPB awu dada. Only not now. Where do we? Na say ati radio so kase. Papa idem nti ona me kara na me ni sweet that. And you're not going to rescue wine. What would it be? The late MP for Alogomusku. Every person a new costume. Me wako. After I catch a professor me do that. And you a secret house here a be. And go for a bibia MP. And that's some guys a secret to be MP. Me say. Because I did back in a catch me no. Who should say Obi be ni man na anti na ukoya investigation na.
Oh no, it's just one of the reasons.
So I want to know why you.
I don't know our doubt when it's him. So only fair apostle. On the certain their mother-in-law be be na ni ku efi dem ho. It's your percent of finding
this 6 months already Obama dey to.
Okay. And I feel who spends no say. Already obese obedin boni o. But they will hu ni.
Me kunu a discharge ego mpaso. Metiwe say me chikala say me godina. Me make sure say no evidence. And to be a odi boni bia or try as much as obey. Na MP. That is why if I'm going out with Obi to say kala mawale. Na me kala pie have relationship as a side chick. No to me bo will be kamania. E ma me ndini di bi o mo because this relationship is supposed to be a secret relationship. Hiding idea ye tie mpra tan ye friend twi mu idea ye tie enya de adipie so what that bi obebo bebo a ye fancy ewie no ma ben wale no mpra na ya twi 4 years 5 years no abo obi amane a that bi Francis bi ba so be wale na na we say only we bratwin mpra. I mean those things you don't think a lot of psychological effects and ye ni adamfo bia okoya abortion a uka kire na ene wa ye di o. That be I say secret one you have to live a life to please them. And you make us say, me no call out to Bonako can. You say when you obia me ko bokro make me because and people don't get it. Say you want safety. I want to be taken care of. Say BBC, then the BBC. You are going out with somebody's husband quietly. Immediately you tell Vic, remember that. But boy, flow can for because what can is no my secret. Where that Otia, oh, me feel you talk about you. Me girl. Obi didn't them so in the out. Enya no pray. By Kodania Assembly say, you make us say, a yamu investigation. Now we pensa information ya. What by the sister TMU? O mother-in-law be few wa. O kunu and double dem. Or danima mention how. Sister, you are so many ways of dealing with this thing without going to see say what are the two of them doing.
So
the first one is me mami ni ha oni me te say semene kalani me yiri nie ye wo fia 3-bedroom house ye won kwala mi no na ye ni kwala mpo na me mami mba ya oni me asetna no at the same wo fia. Do I always want an opportunity to leave you on the bed? Me makada ya me ni makun se me musuo coming na ye ni yesi me wu. Yes, me somebody abuse na me wale me talking size and a queen size bed that in my marital home. Metal single bed. Emma bed kesi a pillow kum me too. Ubaba na yire empan suntini wa one who kitikita ko share one so wura won baby onko. What they say? She wants the world to be open and enter. Seriously, because the partnership. Who be so go Sako Kana? This a wolf fee baby I would done. No ako ben. It's so many would tell and to come by every glad to me call the corner to say ya that romantically be a jack pillow good fee. If you were calling a swap pillow, I shall not tell. One should you have mistake. I see to say with a pillow in my legs, I miss you coming between my legs. Who got cheap pillow? You see, a summer before. What is that? So, what limit is saying in the first place? Because I only need to hear. Now we have a very good, solid home, like he's saying. When my mother comes to our house, I will not need to spend 1 hour in her room.
There's something wrong with the lady.
There is something going on. That the man is happy the mother comes to their house. So, sister, if you want anything to do, whether you have seen sperm, and if you have seen sperm, ask yourself, why would my husband discharge around the mother?
Anything I want to find out.
The way I am treating her, the way I am living with her, is the reason why I'm looking for parental petting. Sister, check your life. Whether your mother-in-law is having sex with your husband, or me say you then check your life. Sister, be a wife, not a knife. You are cutting too much. Stop cutting as a knife and be a wife. Obi di ne ba efa like who the moment start eating who the nature the court here there na se wasi ba e di ne ba efa ho musuo ba e musuo ade na muye hwehwe ni musa
na mo kwanye me
wanye mama wan
mama enyi mama ne
na mama ani ba enyi nti se mi a mi di no oja no ma ndem na ye de engineer na de
ebeti bi esi do
ebesi se den eya mumenja emma mesremo mumenhia se mubedi mu lane. Don't create what is not there. You let me tell you what I'm saying. Your problem is the mother visiting.
No, never.
My mother has the right to visit by my permission. I am vacating because I am not happy with the way you are treating me in this bedroom.
For make us say,
how long? So I leave you. Don't know. No, you don't know. So why you consent?
Because I have me kunu.
Me kunu me da won chair. Me who need for so ma. Me ma me bala me to dia now you be here to say.
There are
times that 2 wrongs have changed their rights.
I'm reading. Wait. This is one of the times that 2 wrongs.
And I Mrs. Sister who said the absence of the husband is affecting it there. The solution is begin to work on yourself. That when I leave you in the room, I will yearn to come back to you. Vic, yeah. By heart. Anything. That confrontation at the Munjai. Munjayo.
Calm down.
Ma ombre fie. Obebe fie no. Etwene de fie no. Etwede de die de. Eba mutie mi, ma mutie mi. Kwati de die nya de ntisi etweda na. Mutie mi pa, mo amunhwe mo no. Me say, kwati dada ni die nya de ntisi etweda na. What say? Oh, Rick, kai say etwedi etweda na why? Enti sister yi onye careful.
Amudi dada ni mo.
Na me say kwati dada die nya de. Debi. Na etweda de die.
Why
who be say odi adan dey say kwati dada die.
Where the kwati dada?
What's it?
Where the kwati dada?
Me wo kwati o.
And also kwati dada die. How do you know? Because undi kwati dada. So how do you know?
Me da say who correct them me just say etweda de die ye de. Enti wo da ba say ye di na kwati dada die nso.
Eti
most consider the idea the mom.
That's what you see. So what? Discipline, self-respect.
Eti udi consider that according to self-respect. Eti now would you consider that?
Eti young fans some of your Facebook Kelvin said, "Good evening, red light. Tell the lady to fix the CCTV camera in the room." Emilia said, "Please, what the man is saying doesn't make sense. He doesn't have any good solution to the problem." Tago say you are too much. Emilia Sansa say it's devilish. The lady needs solutions.
So CCTV camera.
Yes.
So when you get the evidence, what will you use it for? None of you have been able to answer.
No, we've been able to answer.
We say.
Proof.
Yes.
So when you prove that I'm sleeping with my mother, what do you get out of it?
I'll get divorced out of it.
Thank you. So all you want, I will get it. So what do you want?
I want divorce.
That's what you are doing. I cannot say you sleep with this mother.
So what do you want?
So if I find out that exactly.
So all you want is divorce?
No.
You can.
You are turning the issue against the woman.
Exactly.
No. Who turning issue now?
You are setting a CCTV camera in the house to video your husband and your mother having sex.
Evidence.
And when you get that evidence, you use it to do what? To divorce your husband. So now you have the video. And when you have the video, so I have a video for you. Watch. Then you give it to me.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's me having sex with my mother. Next. What?
I want a divorce.
You want a divorce?
And continue with your mother.
No, you want a divorce.
Yes. The man can never say so next. There's no way, no matter how shameless I would do as a human being.
Yeah.
You
can never say,
in the first place, if my wife lives in my house,
your house, our house.
No, we don't have our house.
Sir.
No, we have our
and
home.
The shoe
shall. It's a shall, please. There's a space there. Shall. I'm saying that we have a home,
right?
But I have a house. So there's a home.
Live and cleave, you know.
Live and cleave in a home, but I have a house. I provide a house for you to make a home. So the house is mine.
And make the point.
So the point is that if my wife can fix a CCTV camera
in your house,
in my house, more or less in the guest room, I sleep with my mother. Whatever she can do to me has not been created. So divorce is the best answer for this wicked woman.
You are not telling her as a wicked person.
Now, why no man made that? Mimi Messi spam. Mimi, they would have phone call.
The woman said evidence said ube jam ya wale. Mati was here. Now the other thing say jam wale say ube physical na wo mimi fie. I capture me and me give me my
Now
what you mean? There be no one confidence about me home. See, what is this? Oh, it's me having sex with my mother.
To me,
oh no. You know what? You know how the courage to say
no.
May for because I'm surprised you can fix a camera in the house.
I want to have to be here.
Who at the moment?
What is hibijibis? I know they. But hibijibis. Oh, Mama. Hibijibis. The word of every week. You mention the word of the week. What's it? Hibijibis. Is it a sexual term?
Oh Jesus!
No, is it a sexual term?
No, it's an English word like
that is used for. And the hibijibis.
Jesus.
Oh, it can happen sexually.
I am going to take you 2 comments from our Facebook.
Hibijibis.
Why? Also, Cranting said, please, I think the lady should ask the husband that she saw what she saw in the bed sheet, so that if you do not say anything, then investigation continues. Or say Obana can't say, okay, me go see bed sheet, you know.
Is it sensible? Does it make sense? It's like I watch my boxer shorts and say, I saw you discharging your boxer shorts.
Boxer shorts are different.
No, maybe so. She said, but even boxer shorts.
Empower you, mommy. That's what then as them spoken.
Now they could be in that time. They could be in that time. I'll be see bed sheet. Who examine my who spend?
Oh, for you bed sheet. Oh, dear, what?
Charlie, Emma.
For you bed sheet.
Hey, now you are going to pan. Can you go on in your
next? Emma. For the next issue. Kelvin say all that the counselor is trying to mean is that what you don't know won't hurt you. But I also challenge him that the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. Yo, Maka say counselor pa, McCarthy. Is it counselor pa? Say kwani eka. Hey, counselor.
Then you remember me Martin says is here. Say you hear any divorce and your evidence.
No.
Say or no ni kunu e di ni mama.
Wa papa ko ka e ya ka end it.
And you see children and say when your video of your mother-in-law having sex with your husband and beg this one, I want to leave the marriage. Do you expect me to kneel there and beg you? Of course. I'm a stupid
You
man.
need to apologize for wrongdoing.
Any husband that apologizes to the wife, any husband that apologizes to the wife has lost the marriage.
Dog. Dabi dog, who person say, who ye be tia wo yere, and now to you, if I say to you, any mistake. Now Obama feels like, oh, I said well can I said that can I say ha make a crap. Who apologize?
Don't receive never ever receive apology from your husband. It destroys you for the rest of your life.
How and why?
Because whoever leads you, anytime they come back to apologize to you, they destroy the journey.
Faithful. Yeah, to answer why. I need divert from. The issue number 20.
Divorce.
Solution is all CCTV cameras.
And you
All invisible CCTV cameras. Now on share the cry because you can't be sleeping with your mother.
Says who?
Says me.
And says me.
I the one enjoying it. It is called parental
abomination. It's not petting. I didn't petting no.
This
yeah, hello Vicky. I'm presently fucking my wife's married colleague. And then me losing gunpowder. That's what I say. We met on one of the online pages and became friends. She is married, rich, and very beautiful. My husband is not in the country. We started fucking after a week that we clicked. One day, I went to pick my wife in the office and I saw her step out. She wanted to greet me, but I quietly signaled to her. We immediately started chatting and told her my wife works in that office. She said my wife is really nice, but she can't stop fucking me. We're still fucking steady, and my wife also talks about her and how she likes her because she's hardworking. I have tried to stop, but she keeps begging and threatening at the same time. I'm also enjoying the pussy because this babe sucks, swallows, and starts sucking all over again. She also allows me to lick her all the time. So what do I do? Would your chrome had the most selfishness name would be? And yeah, don't look at me like that.
I am just imagining the last straw of my life, which is Zuga. Dear God.
Papa say already on the office. And not old, you know, to say. Now, after that beginning, not own him say, girl, wife, not age, but one day, or find a wife, who say, girlie, you, me girlie, so, on you. And I go here say, or baby, Chiano, I can't salute you, no, say, born in the chair, no, say, man, yes, sir, and
I guarantee you.
And
I again follow you. This is such a good girl.
I can do that and more.
These are the people you can live with.
I don't say.
What are you doing there? Don't tell me that. I'll come.
And I'll see later on catch and say, you know, that's only me you in the year Juma or you. And I'll say, I saw Mammy dear. Oh, yeah, ni pawate. What worry ni pa? Now, so what's in the dear? Because we decide, with that. Anna, cut a long story short, no. Papa used to say, I did a pair of girlie taffing the quarter when I said the whole bagun in Numa. Or minute. Or say, girl, let me know, minutes one could see wow, on Dio. No, I sat to us or not something to see nothing. And I tell you, I saw no super sort taffing the Chemubian and girlie be a training man. 360 and I'm 90. Now a tough room come at this is something on the hearing and young man. It's a man, Charlie, or feeling on the rough, feeling the dread. And it's only the person or the wife to be who say, or didn't colleague. And I get also journey when you get similar story way down. Yeah, my point in your office so after the young one of me. Yo. Cousin sweat. Where they make fans starting to sweat. Say oh your be my way issue if your be my way.
Nanka movie some man because mo na mo friend to because and come away the saying say what girl be to say color. Now we share now you need
and we na cold.
Now we share we need banana man eyelid. Now it's me follow eyelid. And man saying no crumbs because this vacuum made women don't think so. What are you doing? What is it? How will she know? Let me greet you some. Hello, babe. How are you? She's not coming. Sing. Obey your show. I'm out here who said, sad girls. It's difficult to get them. So congratulations to the girl. But Chidawadi, remember much there, boy.
Mrs. Akmalu.
Vicky.
Yes.
Or by their off Makawaha, I'm saying, Obia dear young fat. Ufa we.
Okay.
You are a thief.
May
I wear half of one. May see Obia dear da ho, Sisia Watadi say ya too sober to her. Na oba ya me pen and me what them ha. Nasa uko buy a me ha. Then is Meria. Me see Obi Kuno be ye uncle. Sana Yamia can ye uncle. Said by mistake, people now come one flee, chill. Now, I don't know what people want in this. In fact, we are similar. And I tafri me through, and I to me tafri me through.
And the eyes make Tom come. No one will come.
And hey, I'm the eyes too. At home,
the eyes send it. Not the Tom.
Not so. And then I Mo bro, and a tamu vapor. Near a home, just a tamu condition. Jenna, mo yes, what I most day.
Would I die by your water?
Confess. No,
one be perfect.
And
or cassette tia squirting, sir, or
now, why was she speaking against sweating?
God, say
my husband. Oh no, in my husband. Now you're making love. Now say oh to me, mommy sweating. What is heavenly?
Tom
more than
ice cubes. Ever blow to more.
Why? How many people will know?
Me super filia sister.
Me see, me people will know how many.
Here comes Tom and ice cube.
Many. Now we end the day.
It's love making.
Hey,
I wash for you.
Hey, Tony, my name is.
Now I second the truth.
You go come for the
just and say fine when you're side chick, oh no, threatening you. Because or enjoy the what me as I say who you read there. And they would jamia ukune to coin. If you want to do over say when you be that apart from ukunwa, not somebody's husband. Obi kuno no why invest in many investment and I would be baby agro. Now
people cry or did your
when you to what happened to self-control? What happened to that word? That word in is a mental deficiency. And then mental deficiency.
Let's see what happened to it. It's a mental
deficiency
for you to have self-control.
But it's
how?
If you
it's part of the fruit of the spirit in the Bible.
That is a spiritual gift.
And that's spiritual. No, it sexually, emotionally, all the needs. And it's part. You are a human being.
So like Moses will not break the 10 Commandments. If really self-control is not.
So Moses didn't have it. David didn't have it.
But they were
yes.
So some of us
they didn't have it.
We don't need it.
You need it.
Hey, sister.
And then you go about sleeping with every
no, but if you see a man sleeping out,
who is able to tap with you, who is able to add a body to
no, but if you see a man sleeping around, it means he has self-control.
Why? It's how that and then a bear man or back for that about
no
Self-control.
Who the buffio? Who the call hotel? Who the call here?
Self-control.
No, it is not.
If you don't want to, if you don't have self-control, don't cheat.
Men, you don't have
self-control.
Anything I want for back, to say that walk about what back. For the opposite only is your bedroom issue.
Or say,
be say,
put your letter on.
or say they.
This one does what? Sex.
Yes.
Swallows.
And the wife.
I was saying.
I was saying,
they need your pain. Or you're selfish.
Why not selfish?
Or buy or be on selfish.
Yes,
or not them I know back who say.
And what they want. And I want to look for it.
Yeah, they quite they say.
Your wife is refusing.
Your wife is
refusing.
The man hasn't said anything that my wife doesn't do.
Is it a letter?
Is it a letter? Why? Or then Nakasa. Yes, communication is very essential.
But you don't know, I don't know you are refusing me from something.
What I can say,
you are refusing doesn't mean I'm not attempted.
No, listen.
You like a bit that talk to us too much. Don't you know you are refusing my
So you have to ask me why I'm refusing.
Be there.
I will ask you. Somebody will.
So that is where you go and you book up in Vienna mobile. About yo, I want to move for the move. That move that we are ready to move now. Very jai. Koka, you ain't going down comodie. What worry no, you are legally married. Who find said, Yamubaya, when you bet you or my warrior, no more yet. And to be partial, sir, excuses that book Jamaica person called Bona. Now I can say, and I'm hearing you say, Mammy. But when you were married, well, so why did you even get married? We didn't
know you refuse us from
now, what do you make us happen? Yes, we should. You don't even know why I don't want to give you BD.
So we should tell you.
You don't know better people who want to train the court.
You only make it.
And you got to no only said your back communicate. I did not tell you. And a baby was saying, mammy, what did they be about any baby careful? And yeah, your mama, what are you also doing? Not listening to you. Mess around up, I do my wolf you when you name and I do my whole tongue every year. The mama 100 times every day. There are certain men on this earth. Or that man matter for the two or better friend or better seal. Oh, sorry, when it's why it's like when that question in my office emergency. My office, or you have keys to your office. Now we will then your man and your man. Now, open a bonnet. Would you move my own? Now, one day, a baby and woman, your baby papa. Your baby papa.
You're heat.
That's why they have a before to excuses to cheat.
No, it's okay. Cheating is part of marriage.
It is not.
There are two things.
We have normalized it.
No, there's no normalization. God brought it to us. There are two things that God added to marriage. Divorce and cheating, and it's biblical, socially accepted, legally accepted. Its implication is a personal decision. Mind you, faithfulness is a personal decision. It is not a corporate decision. Decide and say, me and family, it is my personal decision. So when I travel and leave you and you don't sleep with any other person, it doesn't mean that you are being faithful to me. You are being faithful to yourself. And if you want, if you want to live long, learn how to be faithful to yourself, so that you don't get hurt, thinking that what you are doing for me, I'm doing it different. This is my thinking. Number two, Bemana Kanyama Bibri, maintain was say they be confront us and talk to us. They go kind letter or say me and my. It means that there have been a conversation on it. Sister, had you money penny medically, the only thing that gives you body overhauling, total body overhauling, is good sexual intercourse. If you get to orgasm before you come to resolution. The body has now experienced a new birth. So ask yourself, as often as you don't get to orgasm, as often as the BIBDY, you will lose a regulation. Yeah. Say Ushia or Ba. To say we yiri or Musu or Ba. Onuma access to do everything. na dia woni ni tifie na wo gi this say enu mema access no oma restrictions eto di bia eye when he say obenya discussion with her. Let's be real. Often you have to call your wife and say enti wodi me tia mean di 1 month and then fa ho ana na ba ma why say oh na say me nka say mean you know it's an insult. Yes, a wife will say this to you thinking she's not said anything. Na dey okay we mada wa she pio to da waba ama wakata me ho da na ukasa mane ye me yasa etwe ye na da ho wa na wa bre na wo di me maka se dey bi da ma me nka cho se to bi a wo utmi bi oyire ma wusu se wudi because arewa come
on responding ana
yeah who did try to say what the contract and then follow now there you say who did it say contract you now want to me and sign contract in a year no akobo kalama ne na saying there so be me the man listen I know dear so ni akọ discuss on kala akọ body nyonko na mane now nyonko ba ne shiawa my sister is not happy with you what are you doing to talk there yeah wale what my grandmother told me I'm not realizing it but I've not regretted marrying 2 wives what my grandmother said is true. I'll go to her degree. So when the man is saying what he's saying, say get away blackmailing him, and you say you have a catch and you didn't blackmail you, but obe messy genuine sucking of your baby. Say I want to stop, but she keeps threatening. And then the threat is that obe messy baby. I think we are threatening you say catch you. Say I would take was 1 month. Unya baby obey if you got to. What to me they will cut him out. You say on fit. Or finish a little bit. Is that how it's done? Bull, such a foolish question.
I want to do the thing the way you like.
No, that's stupidity. No, it's stupidity because you don't want to do it and I ask you to do it. So now that you are doing, you are asking me, is that how you want it done? It's like a man who doesn't want to lick and you give him access to lick you. And when he goes, he comes to ask, is that what you want? Are you okay with what I'm doing?
Communication.
No, communicate. You see, there is a way we communicate.
That is the best.
That one I agree with you.
There's a way we communicate. You don't ask questions in your communication as if to say that this is what you say you want. So am I doing it the way you want?
But
nobody needs to fuck you the way you say you want.
Hey.
They need to fuck you the way they want to fuck you and learn to love what they are doing.
I don't accept it.
Your acceptance is not you see, babe, are you aware that sexual intercourse should not happen because the two of us are in the mood? I've said it before, and they fought me over 10 years now. Sexual intercourse must not happen because the two of us are in the mood. It should happen because one party is in the mood and the other party will create the mood for you.
Wow, mood muna, maybe ni mood. Me that was a creative mood.
Maybe mood. When you make it better, only mood. It is my duty to create the mood. And that is what love making is called. But we come and you tell us that I am not in the mood. And once she says she's not in the mood, no, once she tells you she's not in the mood, creating it becomes difficult. Because in everything you do, she behaves like a Jimmy Toki.
Because she's not in the mood.
Put us here. And you girl went common now. In the first place, the girl Vic, it is not a justification for the man to go and have sex with somebody. I repeat, what your wife doesn't do for you, if a side chick is doing for you, it's not a justification for you to say this is why I'm sleeping with somebody else. Because nobody can justify cheating. Cheating cannot be justified anywhere. So what you mean customer family son say or mommy sex is not done. But guy we case no. Say girl they say on Jan. A son say or you good or you dead or you say continue dead. Now even though only me you know on father you didn't on Cassentia and you accurate or the man. it means side chick no the woman and yere obi.
Now so they are made that one they open.
Oh dear.
Now why they are?
We give you. I didn't want to use you so almost okay. Kolobuka. So the Kalaya continue now. The first place. Kala. Be involved. You are sleeping.
I can't 8 minutes.
See ya, give me that.
I know. Me grab me and this particular story. I didn't have this. The girl no in member 3, or you know in member 3. I don't know what happens, but we can't discuss.
Me dear say, you say some of the stories even to us because this concerns. I don't know why. Maybe we I mean, and we don't have to just answer straight and go. But they are concerns. One thing brings a lot of conversations in it. And to be for a year, but the American said, guy no on cast of a soldier. Now you will be so young, but get the threat in it. I had it. Miss Ren, he should hold on to it. Hey, Memo Jagger.
Okay.
Because in people, you are still alive, not being a widow, not because of your prayer, because of a certain color. That's why you're not a widow.
Seriously,
I'm telling you.
Color cannot be.
Do you understand? Do you know why you're not a widow?
Still.
Because you are killing me slowly. But color is the one keeping me alive.
By what? Using a tom-tom to blow.
Oh, that experience
and abodiki.
It's not abodiki. Tom-tom chilled water. That one they make from a trying.
Some are using abodiki.
No, but you see, you just had abodiki too. But what I'm saying is that there are side chicks that God has blessed them to support the marriage because side chick is a gift from God. And I mean, they don't buy one. Every side chick has a blessing from God. He said, yes, it's a gift from above. Go and read the scriptures. Oh, the first person of our side chicks, the second Kings, Solomon. And the Bible says, and the wives of Solomon turned his heart against God. The wives turn his heart against God. The side chick rather maintain him not to speak against God. And you don't know the man. Go and read the Bible. It is the wives rather that made Solomon spoke against God, but the side chicks maintained his sanity, and he grew old.
Okay.
The Americans say, young man, as long as you have the capacity, because it is expensive to cheat behind your wife. Because side chicks demand a lot. They demand so much because it is poverty alleviation. The statistical services of Ghana, the last time they did a survey, you saw the record. Only 20% of men are cheating on their wives. And it is so painful to hear that. Because the number is small. It means that the poverty level is high. Because if we have enough money, we'll pay the rent for Calais, VVS,
and this is how you Charlotte.
No, Nana has signed it, but it is not. It didn't come as a bill. It went as a suggestion. That's why he sent it faster. So me the master said, this young man doesn't have a big problem. The young lady will definitely one day pack a goose and leave. Because Kala will not be with me forever. She will want to live her own life. Maybe now she's 25. So she wants to add 4 years to it. By 30, she will leave me alone. But may he live to enjoy while stock lasts. So that the wife will be happy. Madam, you are happy because your husband is there. And it's because there's a certain color. Maintain.
But Kala no so worry anyway. That's what we are forgetting. Mama is a married woman.
No, it's only himself. You can't imagine what I'm going to say. Why wouldn't him say what? I want to need you to say, or before for anyone that. And yeah, any house.
Okay, all right. Your time also. The time also. Counselor, we'll find out message. Don't know.
The final message is say, over far, you cheer now, we yourself.
Okay.
Well, self-control is the management of your thoughts, your feelings, and your action.
Okay.
Only self-control. Won't mean fat. Won't mean we are. Won't mean cheating. Well, your tears is here. So me and my husband said, Many Vic better with them. There are things I will do. I will look for this key and look for that key. What's the reason? And make sure that Father Dixon's cameras are blurred with chewing gum.
And then you gum to turn on
It's a plan. It means that we have control and 20% self-control. So if you want to really cheat and you want to be very faithful, stick for self-control.
Okay.
If you are watching me and you're always expecting your husband to tell you what you are doing wrong, you are not qualified to be your wife. Observe, watch the things you yourself you are seeing that you are not doing right. Take an initiative.
Okay.
Solve it before your husband comes to talk. If you can't and you want a place to keep your secret forever, that it cannot be used to blackmail you, 0277 609 644. There is safety in counseling, especially with professionals who can keep your document forever. 0277 609 644. Vic, catch your baby ass. Bema person will be say drama. Efi ni nyonko bema o. Me repeat. Miti we mawaro. Na me kote wu. Na ya danfo ni kala. Na mi kunu ewo ho. Na ope drama me. Ebe me dese obi sakala. Say no problem. But ebe me yase. We be sakala kunu say me kunu perform. A man is always hurt when you do that. But women think it's the best in life. Time.
Mrs. Akbalu, take so your time now, bro.
Nyameka say communication. Our real apart from that, we need the obeya our real bejina. Oba nakopa mobia ro oba bra once bema doire. Udo bia nyamebi wa onye ntia no matter what nipa ne yetia wo but udo na sad love no does not permit you to do certain things to your spouse whether bema or bad and to me konye bibi in the name of na me pe we wan maminti etimude no yemfa nto nchen na yema ye nyoma we say na ware so ne koyin yenye ne nkoso
Nancy Kala no and yeah, Madam so why? Madam was Madam was say, Dr. Father Dixon, Madam so executive producer of the Red Light Show, SQ Kennedy, Osaya Santi Adase, GM, Adase Bebre, Director, Mr. Roger Porty Adase, Snow, thank you. My producers, Super and Gladys, so Madam was say, my camera name is sound, name is light. Set designers. Obia, there must be more trouble stories, more process by so maybe extra more time on that agenda. My in quite to me, discussing baby, discussing only 2 issues, and you know we won't find China, Mr. Mo. Remember, me inbox one fashion. Yeah, that's an answer. We'll make sure say we tackle as many issues as possible. At the amamo. When I friend Vicky Zuga, made that dress myself my makeup now. Bella Wigs. Thank you so much. And there are sponsors, Levels Herbal and Azena Beauty. And so as that's an answer, I could put them quite Edumia, a message Red Live Show. I love you. Have a good night.
This is when you find out that your husband is sleeping with a mother. It's real witchcraft. How can it be real witchcraft? Take your bottle off on the cameras. Togo jeans.
That's a good day, but I talk about money.
Now, but you shall work a car. We should original jeans. So, you see, most of you will not understand my point. Like I said from the beginning, listen, hey, if you can fix a camera in my house, me, even a man fixing a camera on a wife. Now, there are men that will even take their wife's vagina to a shrine. That if another man fucks their wife, it should stack in. I see you to be wicked, stupid, and foolish.
The man.
Yes. Why do you want to protect your wife's vagina? What if you're on a motorbike and you die? Nobody knows what you're going to do. You have a premature. Anything I can live here right now. I won't get home. When I die, what have I done to somebody's daughter? Listen, you see Akalites. If you want to marry a very beautiful, see her. Like this is what you want, you saw, and you marry. She can get into the marriage and rest herself. Men don't rest because there's nothing neat about men. But if you, we have nothing to offer. The biggest thing we can give you is security, safety, love. No, it is not like your own, where you see a lady that you love, and all of a sudden, complacency is seen. Or so familiarity in your own. And to make was some child. Obisa na him. Show the time I'm point. I'm saying, one Vicky can say my point. I'm going to be storage. And air time for say, or trap Vicky last minute. No trap, wrap up. No, I said, yeah, now your point show one. Yeah, but 220. Can you explain? With a dagger.
But there was an issue like that. Like now,
what do you say?
Like do hano then they see do hano say see or do a mama of a friend we are who did it attract like
right now
and you think that it is love. It is obsession.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that it's you. And when women are doing this, they tell you because I care, because I love you. And it becomes difficult to live with such women. Listen, this morning I was having a discussion, and the lady said that this married thing, you should learn how to watch, hear, see, but limit talk. It's not everything we talk, like the way Kala said, I'm confrontational. Don't try it.
I think that's my husband.
But don't try it. No, there is confrontational. You see, most of you think we are communicating, but you are confronting.
No, that one is not good. I agree with you.
So if you say
If
communicate,
you listen to with the lady's case,
yeah, my love, Kala is always confronting.
No, you can't be confrontational about everything.
So if you are confronting, you think you are communicating. It's not. And I'm saying that when you are wrong,
Confrontation doesn't I'm going to beat you. Like I'm
Oh
asking.
no, and confrontation
why
is not beating.
Why are you telling no? That's like making it look like every I'm going to cry at the
There be
But
oh.
I am asking you.
Kala, there are questions you don't ask.
Oh, counselor, ask. Yeah.
Okay. There are questions you don't ask. So
I'm talking to your brother. I'm telling your brother that you see me on it. You see me on it. Why are you telling your mother? You know, when my mother that you are teaching me back, but we need to have.
that is your mother.
Papa counselor, somebody is sleeping with their mother.
And I'm saying that if I'm sleeping with my mother and you are worried about it, why are you worried?
You're my husband.
And I'm sleeping with my mother.
Why?
And so if you
Having
can't
sex, it's not just sleeping.
so you see at the end of the day, you say you want to do what?
Dean to divorce.
So go.
And you didn't love me.
It's okay if I didn't love you, go.
Oh, so you deceived me into
Are you the first to be deceived?
Then you're a wicked man.
I've always been wicked.
You are insensitive.
I have always been insensitive.
Pastor, I'll listen to you on Saturday.
I hear.
On
I hear you. Hear me. Friends and loved ones. Thank you. Friends and loved ones. Little do you know that this world of ours is nice when we live in harmony, understanding, and respect. But if women will always confront, it will not end well. Communication is not confrontation. That statement they say, what of those who don't put anything on you? You know why God stopped connecting men and women? Because he thought that the best thing that happened on generational thinkers is to give them wives. But you see what Adam did? And if God wanted to punish women, he could have cursed man. But he never cursed man. Because man is a representative of God. Hear me. No man is looking for sex and food from a wife. We look for sex from side chicks and girlfriends, but for wives, the biggest thing we look for from you is respect. And you will agree with me, but I say anytime your husband apologizes to you, the marriage takes a stop. And it becomes difficult to continue. God created men with ego. And the ego of men should not be bruised by your sentimental thinking and feeling. No. If you want to take my advice, I won't force it down your throat. But as I wrap up, these two stories we treated, none of them are justification for anybody. Sleeping behind your wife, sleeping behind your husband, they are not justification for you. But I believe that you do what will make you happy. And still be careful that what you're doing will not destroy the other party. Hear me. This life has an end. And the end will justify the means. This world has an end. And the end will justify the means. Maybe today, my statement will not make sense to you. But tomorrow, it may. I might be speaking from the mistakes I've made. Or I might be speaking from the right things I have practiced. All of us, we do best practices. Sex is good, but it's more good, nice, and sweet with the right person. When you meet the wrong person in bed, and who are the wrong persons? You are the wrong people. Don't know they are wrong. But the wrong person who only know they are wrong, especially when they have the desire to seem to find out whether they are right or wrong. Good night. Thank you for watching me. And remember, two things you will never miss in marriage: cheating and divorce. If they come early, thank God. If they come late, thank God. But the way you use it, when you use it, how you use it, why you use it, is what will keep you going or stop. Don't confront. Communicate. No matter how hard, how bad the situation might be, or maybe, try your best to say it well. If you can't say it well, save it until you learn how to say it well. How do you fix a camera in your house just because you want to see what happens between your mother-in-law and your husband in the room. Why won't you look for reasons why your husband feels happy, safe to sleep with the mother instead of you? Do you feel worried or you feel jealous that your rival, who is your mother-in-law, is taking your husband from you? Well, it's a game of chance. And most of the times, we have a limited chance to prove ourselves. Fix a camera. And when you get the content out of the camera, use it to suit yourself. 0277 609 644. I might have the opportunity to discuss this story, maybe extensively, one of these late evenings. And might have a lot of adults coming to share their experience. But if you watch me today, please try your best as a wife and see if there's something you're not doing right. Not to your husband, but in the marriage. If you're a husband, watch if maybe you're not doing something right. Not to your wife, but in the marriage. Because without marriage, this girl will not be with you. Love is the message, and the message is love. Good night.